Hey teacher, I decided to talk about this book. It's named Better of Friends. I know this is a Spanish version, but I swear I have read the English one too. A while ago because I borrowed it from a friend, and I just want to say that I know this is gonna be cliche, but I also like this book because the main character, her mom died, and I read this once after my grandfather died, and I really felt what she was talking about. And she also has an uncle who has a mental disability, and my brother has a physical disability, so I could understand about the jokes and the fights and defending your family too. So, okay, I'm gonna start. The book started at the first day at school when she was kind of excited because she was like, okay, I don't have to think about my mom all day anymore. But she also was kind of worried because maybe their partners, they were gonna be like, oh my god, how's your dad and how you doing and everything. But that day wasn't bad at all because the principal asked her to show the school to this new guy named Levi, and they became inseparable because they both loved this show named Boy and Floyd, and there was a lot of chemistry between them, and they spent all the day together until the day of school. And when her uncle went to pick her up, and his mom went to pick him up, and both adults started to talk, and they were like, okay, maybe if Michaela, the main character, has some trouble going home like any day, she could stay at her house. She's welcome and everything, and the uncle is like, okay, because we have problem on Wednesday, the father works, I work and everything. And she was kind of like, maybe she's just being polite, but she doesn't want me there. So when she was at her house, it was like, okay, I need to help in something, I don't want to be annoying. And she helps to cook, and when she was in that, she realized how much she misses that, because in her house no one cooks since the car accident when her mom died. So she says something like, oh my god, no one cooks in my house anymore. And Levi realizes how she has never talked about it. He knows because Emily, Michaela's best friend, told him, but he never heard a word from her. So in that moment, he also realized how he just spent time with them. Two girls, no male friendship, and well, he was okay with that because he liked that. So okay, they spent a year like being inseparable, and Levi wants to cut his hair, and because apparently it was longer than mine, and he does. He cuts his hair, and he became the hottest guy in school and everything, and Emily starts to flirt with him, and they became a couple. Michaela was like extremely awkward about that because she didn't know how to react, she didn't know what to say with both of them and everything. But she wanted to be okay with that because there were just the two of her best friends. So one day she decided to walk him out to the mall and buy Emily something. But Levi chose a necklace that it was exactly like the one with her mom was better with. And she's having a panic attack, and well, he called her dad, and the dad told him, like, you're making a mistake. And he's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, I didn't know. And Michaela realizes how it's time to relieve that memory and took him to her mom's grave. And he talked to her and says things like, I'm gonna be the best friend your daughter ever had, I'm never gonna leave her alone and everything. And Michaela realizes how Emily never did that, even when she was one best friend she had like in all her life. And after that, Emily cheated on Levi, so Michaela was like, if I have to choose, I'm gonna choose Levi because you never did that. It was apart from the grave and everything. And well, then the time passed and passed, and they both got girlfriend and boyfriend. Michaela was with this guy named Kyle, and Levi was with this girl named Stacy, and but they both were jealous because they would never have the connection that Levi and Michaela had. So in a party, that couple started to kiss and cheated on, of course, Levi and Michaela, and it was like, okay, we both been cheated on, so they went to a park to talk about it because I was devastated, but Levi was the one more devastated because two of his girlfriend were like cheated on him. So he was like, maybe I'm a bad kisser, you know, and Michaela just gets sick of hearing him, and she kissed him. It's like, no, you are not. And he was like petrified, and well, time goes and goes away again, and he joined a football team, and Michaela got upset because he wasn't that best friend anymore. He just left her aside and everything, and she was like, okay, you are not the best friend you promised my mom and everything, and they had a fight, and Michaela go home crying, and Levi started to think like, why am I doing this? What do I do? And he was like, maybe everything started when she kissed me. Maybe I like her. So he realized that and went to her house to confess his feelings and everything. And when he did, Michaela like break out and was like, oh my god, no, I'm going to Ireland. And he was like, what? And she says like she needed time to think and reconnect with her mom family and everything, and it doesn't happen a lot in Ireland. She just like think about how Levi meant a lot to her too. So when she come back to the city and she's ready to tell him like, I like you too, I would like to start things and everything, but he has a girlfriend that he never talked about because he thought it was the best, but it broke her heart, and she was like, okay, I don't wanna be around you, I don't wanna be around her, and they like just finished their friendship. But then after a while, Levi hurt his ankle. He had a sprain, and well, McKellum of course was worried because also their parents didn't know about they not being friends anymore. So she went to the hospital, and they realized how much they missed each other, and they started to be friends again. There happens a lot of meaningless things, like a party or a homecoming dance and everything. When Levi is like, do you want me to take you to the dance? And she's like, no, because she was scared about her feelings and everything, and Levi still has a girlfriend. So she says she's gonna stay home, and Levi go to the dance even when he's bad ankle. And in that party, he realizes how he's full of friends and everything, but he misses her. So he broke up with his girlfriend, and it's like, I gotta go. And he went to her house, and she wasn't there. So he was like, oh my god, what do we do now? And, you know, teenagers. And then he went to a park to sing, and she was there. And he confessed his feelings again, and they kissed, and they ended up together, like, of course, in a happy ending book. And well, that's everything. I hope you like it, teacher.